Welcome everyone. My name is Claire. Welcome to Barre. For today's class, you will need some room to move, a couch, table, desk, or chair to rest your hands on that's around waist height, light hand weights that are like 1 to 3 pounds, and a throw pillow or towel that you can place in between your legs. I'm going to read our campus rec waiver and then we can go ahead and get started. In order to make these classes as freely accessible as possible to our participants, we will be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of class. Participation in this online class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and by participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from your participation. We strongly recommend that you participate from a space that is suitable for this activity. For example, make sure that you have moved nearby furniture and other potential hazards. If you are participating in a yoga class or class that involves laying on the ground, we recommend using a mat, or if you don't have one, a carpeted area. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and should seek appropriate medical advice or care as needed. William & Mary Health and Wellness strongly recommends that each participant have an annual physical examination and follow the advice of your healthcare provider before participating. And with that, we can go ahead and get started. I'll send the Spotify playlist one more time in case anyone missed it. Theme is pop versus rock, so a lot of classic rock, some pop songs. It's a very weird mishmash of stuff, but we can go ahead and get started. We're going to start by just bringing our feet to shoulder distance apart, having a nice slight bend in those legs, and rolling our shoulders backwards. It's a very cold, rainy day, and we want to make sure we're all nice and warm. Today's class is fun. We're changing things up a bit, some of the order of how we do things, and new moves, so I'm excited. All right, we can switch directions, start rolling our shoulders forward. If you're listening to the playlist, I hope you enjoy it. I had fun making it. It's a weird combination. I realized today I also could have done some kind of like Valentine's Day theme, but maybe this is a fun distraction for Valentine's Day. Sometimes it can be a lot. All right, we have one more roll. Good. We're just gonna roll our shoulders one more time and then bring our hands to the back of our head to stretch out our neck a bit, making sure we still have that slight bend in our legs. We're just gonna stretch a little bit before getting our heart rate raised. Good. Bringing those hands down to the side. Square your hips to the right side of the room, right leg in front of the left. We're going to just do a nice 90-degree bend of the legs to do a nice simple lunge. Coming down and up, waking up those legs. We can add in our arms to get ourselves a little bit more awake and bringing them above our head and below. Above. Good. I'm going to speak up a bit. As always, if there's any technical difficulties, please make sure to use the chat. Last week, you guys saved me from speaking in silence for half the class, so thank you. All right, we have 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing those hands down, planting that left leg on, or that left foot on the ground. We're going to shoot our hands down towards our right leg to stretch out that hamstring a bit, rubbing the back of that leg before planting our hands on both sides of our right leg and coming down to a nice low lunge. Feeling our hips open, waking up our whole body before shooting that right leg back into a nice plank position. For our plank position, you want to make sure you have a nice and engaged core. You're not scooping, you're not pitching yourself up. Nice, long, flat body. You're drawing a straight line from your shoulders to your wrists, fingers nice and spread out, sending energy throughout your body. Once we're here, we're going to be doing 5 clean push-ups. So shooting those elbows out to the side and straightening. If you want, you have the option to bring your knees onto the ground and do 5 there. Whatever option you want to do, we're going to start with 5. Up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Shoot those hips back into a downward dog, feeling that nice stretch in those calves. Bending your right leg, bending your left leg. This is what we call walking the dog. Good. All right. Bringing that right leg forward again into that low lunge. Bring your left leg up and coming back up. And we're just going to repeat that all on the other side. Squaring your hips now to the left side of the room. Your left leg is forward, right leg is back. We're just going to be doing that nice 90-degree lunge again. So knees above your ankles, not going in front of your toes. We can add in our arms, so bringing them above our head and below. You can make them a little lyrical if you want. I believe the first song is rock, so if you want to rock out a bit, you can as well. We have 4, 3, 2, Last one, good. Planting that right foot on the ground now, bringing your hands above your head, shooting them down to stretch that left hamstring now. Maybe rubbing the back of that leg, feeling that nice stretch this morning. Before walking your hands down into a nice low lunge, that left leg in the front, before shooting it back, and we're back in that plank. And we're just gonna repeat it all, just doing another 5 push-ups. Once again, you can either have your knees on the ground or up on your toes, whatever option feels right for you this morning. Whatever option you choose, we're gonna go down for 5, up, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Shoot those hips back again. We're in a downward dog once again, pedaling out those feet. And you guys hopefully will be pleased to hear those are the last push-ups we're doing during today's class. We're not doing a push-up section for our arms workout today. We're gonna do some fun new stuff. Bringing that left leg forward again, then planting that right leg on the ground, and waterfalling those arms up. Good work. It doesn't finish our warm-up quite yet. We're gonna get ourselves acquainted with some bar push positions and get our heart rate raised. So coming into first position, you wanna bring your heels together, toes turned out. You're not pushing the turn out, it's just a nice soft V. I think someone accidentally was kicked out, so I'll let them back in. So a soft V in those legs. We are going to just start by bringing our hands in front of us in a plie and coming forward. So from the side, I'll show you, flat back forward and bring them in. So we're waking up our arms, waking up our legs with this plie position, incorporating the breath in our movement, sending out that energy. We have 4, good, 3, 2, last one. All right, getting acquainted with some more positions. We're gonna be going into first and then second. We're gonna plie in first, then we're going to shoot our right leg out, feet more than shoulder distance apart, toes turned out, and we're gonna go into second position grand plie. So we're shooting those knees out, ensuring we're not going in front of our toes, keeping them above our ankles. A nice upper body that is nice and held up. I can't speak. We have a nice engaged core. We're not sticking our glutes out or in. And we're going to plie and then come to the center for a first position plie, then shoot our left leg out into a second position grand plie. So you come first and second. We're just walking in between the two. Whew, getting that heart rate raised. Good work. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bringing those arms out to the side. We're going to shoot our leg out into second position and come down to that grand plie again. This time, we're going to stay down here though. Wake up our ankles a bit. We're just going to lift our heels off the ground and lower them down. So we're coming up into releve and lowering. Making sure we're not really moving. Like our upper body is very stationary. You're just lifting those heels and lowering. Good. If you're listening to music, feel free to do it to the beat of the music. I wish I could listen along, but for now we can't. There might be some fun developments with the virtual classes at the rec that might let us do that soon. So fingers crossed, but for now, I just get to listen to the sound of the rain and my voice. We have 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Good job. We're just going to finish by bringing our arms above our head and lowering them down, making a nice wide circle with our hands, scooping them above our head and down, going between the grand plie for 8, down, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. I'm certainly feeling sweaty. I hope you guys are too. That finishes up our warm-up. We're now going to transition into our arm section. If you want, grab a quick sip of water. I'm going to do so. Alrighty. For our arm section, we're going to start off by doing a classic combo with no weights, and then we'll grab those light hand weights. So meeting me with your feet a little bit more than shoulder distance apart, You're gonna bring your hands out to the side, palms facing down. We're gonna be doing our big arm circles. So going forward, drawing a nice circle with those arms, nice and slowly, making sure that throughout this arm workout and today's class, we're never locking our knees. We're keeping a slight bend in them at all times to ensure that we're protecting our joints. Whew. It is pretty outside though. If you're here in Williamsburg, I have a view of all the icicles on the trees. Very pretty though. I was just outside before this and they were falling, so be careful. All right, we have 4 more big arm circles and then we're gonna go into our medium arm circles for 3, 2, 1. We're now going into that medium range. So our circles are slightly faster. The circle is slightly smaller. Sometimes I like to say it's like Goldilocks, you know, it's like small, medium, and big. And which one is just right? I don't know. I don't know if that completely makes sense because it's, no, it kind of does. It's a hard thing to pull out of your mind. In the morning on a Saturday, we have 4, 3, 2, 1. We're now going into those tiny arm circles. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're now going to switch directions and start going backwards. If you need to, shake out those arms for a second, give them a quick break. We're bringing them back up and we're doing those tiny arm circles to the back, feeling this in our shoulders. Whew, it is burning up today in here. I don't know. Maybe I'm just extra ready for a nice bar workout today. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. We're now going into that medium range. Oh my gosh. Switching directions, switching the size always feels the most insane. My arms are screaming. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. We're now doing those big arm circles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Take a minute, shake out those hands. We're gonna do one more movement without our weights, and then we'll go ahead and grab our weights for our arm section. We're gonna target this chest by doing a chest press, but a little bit different. Maybe you have done it before if you've been in my classes. It's a prayer pulse. So you're gonna bring your feet shoulder distance apart, a slight bend in them, lean forward slightly with a nice flat back. You're gonna bring your hands together, palms together, forearms together like so, kind of like a prayer pose, and you're just gonna pulse up. So this is targeting our chest. It's a nice way to do some kind of chest press, even though we don't have any weights at home, or maybe you do. I think it's fun how, with everyone being home so much, we've had to get very creative with what we can use at home. I've used jugs of iced tea as weights sometimes, but it's kind of fun. It makes you have to be creative with your workouts, which is always fun. Though I do miss doing these in person and seeing everyone live. It's always nice doing it on Zoom and connecting with people from all over the place. All right, we have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. You can go ahead and grab those light hand weights if you want to use them. 1 to 3 pounds, whatever you have around your house will work. We're going to be doing some ballet arms, which will be fun. So bringing your feet into first position. Once again, heels are slightly touching or close to each other. Nice soft V. We're not overdoing the turnout. We're just having a nice comfortable stance. We're going to bring our arms in front of us like so with a nice slight curve in them. We're going to bring them above our head, or in front of us, above our head, open, and down. So we're just going like this. In front of us, up, and down. It's a fun way to incorporate some arm movement with some ballet, because this is bar, and even though we're not ballerinas, we can pretend we are with some weights today. And if you want to add in a plie, you can plie down, up, plie down, and up. So we're just getting nice and comfortable with these weights. We'll be doing some more work with our hands in a moment. Hope you guys are enjoying the playlist. I hope it's not too disconcerting jumping from rock to pop. I was listening to it, and at points it was a little jarring going from the Eagles to Katy Perry, but still fun to change things up. We have 4, and then we're going to switch directions. 3, 2, 1, and we're just going to switch directions. So we're going to open, up, down. So it's a little bit of that mind-body connection. We're now getting used to changing directions. I definitely need to think about this. Once you get comfortable, you can incorporate that plie when you come out, up, down. Okay, there we go. See, it may be the morning, but we can do it. Hope you guys have been enjoying your classes or work or whatever you've been doing throughout the week. Let me know if my internet at any point is being wonky. I just got a little notification. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. We're now going to bring those hands in front of us, keeping that slight bend in them. And we're just going to raise one arm above our head, lower, and then the other, and lower. And you can add in a plie. Good. If you guys have seen Home Alone, this reminds me of, actually, Home Alone 2, I think, where he has like the blow-up dummy in the shower and he dances like this. Just reminds me of that move. This is working our shoulders still. Whew, I'm feeling that burn. I hope you guys are too. As always, if you want to drop those light hand weights for today, totally fine. You set your own intentions and goals throughout today's workout, whatever you need from this workout to get you ready for a fun weekend and a great week, and hopefully some nicer weather. We have 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. You're going to turn those feet towards the front now. We're going to keep a slight bend in our knees. Bring our arms out to the side. We're going to scoop our arms under, like so. And then when you scoop them up, you're going to lean forward slightly with a flat back. So I'll show you how it looks. You bend and straighten. So we're making a nice semicircle with a flat back. This is once again targeting those shoulders. You're really burning them out today. Whew. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many do we have? We're doing 20. 8, 9, 10. We have halfway. We're halfway there. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good job. You can drop those hands for a second. We're going to target our biceps next, then our triceps, and then we'll be done with our arms and go on to our legs. So for our biceps, you can keep those feet shoulder distance apart, slight bend in them. We're going to bring our arms either having our elbows by our sides and doing bicep curls, or if you're looking for that added option, bring your arms out in front of you, lifted, straight line from your shoulders to your wrists, and we're curling with them lifted. Either way, we don't have very heavy weights right now. So the way you're going to really utilize this and get those muscles activated is by creating your own tension. So you squeeze, squeeze, squeeze in, and lower down slowly. We're creating our own tension, our own work today in this workout. Keeping a slight bend in those legs, nice lifted upper body. We have 8, curl, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Drop those hands. We're going to do one more little combination to target our back and our triceps, and then we're done. Nice and easy arm section. Well, not easy, but it was painless, kind of, right? So we're going to keep our feet shoulder distance apart. We're going to hinge forward, having a nice bend in those legs, tilting forward a little bit more than 45 degrees. So almost 90 degrees, and you're going to drop those weights down in front of you, drawing a straight line from your shoulders to your wrists. And you're just going to squeeze them back and straighten them down. So we're doing a row here, feeling those shoulder blades squeeze together. I always like to say, picture you have a pencil in between those shoulder blades. When you squeeze your arms back, you're trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together and keep that pencil nice and tight. I don't know if you guys heard that, but a huge sheet of ice just fell outside my window. So be careful outside today, guys. Whew, feeling that nice burn, flat back still, not straining that neck. We have 4 more, and then we're gonna keep them up in pulse. 3, 2, 1. This time when you stay up, we're doing tiny pulses up, squeezing those shoulder blades for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. You can drop those arms down in front of you. Lean up slightly. We're now doing a 45-degree tilt forward. So nice flat back. You're still going to draw a straight line from those shoulders to those elbows. Then bring your elbows in so they're tucked right by your waist. And you're going to extend those elbows out and curve them in. This is our skier position. I do this a lot, but I think it's a really great way to target those triceps, especially with this low weight or no weight workout. Our triceps are right here in the back of our arm. Feeling that nice squeeze. You know, it's icy out. Maybe we do need to ski places. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw that. Keep going. All of my gummies just fell. That's hilarious. Keep going. I'm going to pick these up. You have 8 more curls in. That's so funny. This is why you make sure your caps are closed. I'm just going to do it with no weight now. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping them out, you're going to pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finishing, you're going to clap your arms together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Drop those hands. Sorry for that. That was funny and unexpected. This is why we like live classes. We're going to stretch our arms out really quickly before going into our leg section. Bring your right arm out in front of you, grabbing in front of or behind that joint, but not on it. Feeling that nice slight stretch. Keeping a slight bend in those knees. And then push that right arm back. To stretch out our tricep, letting those fingers walk down your spine. Good. And then bringing that left arm in front of us. Once again, not grabbing that elbow in front of or behind. And then walking that left hand down, letting those fingers walk down your spine. Good. All right, that finishes up our arm section. If you guys want to grab a quick sip of water, I encourage you to do so. Now is the time where if you have that throw pillow, have it handy. We're going to be using it in a second. First, though, we're going to be targeting our calves. The nice little fun calf burner to really target all sides of them. So we're going to start with one hand on the bar, feet in first position. So that soft V, toes turned out. It doesn't matter what hand is on the bar. It's just we're really targeting our feet right now, our calves. We're just going to keep our upper body nice and lifted, nice neutral spine. Arm out to the side if it's not too tired, and you're going to come up and down, coming up in releve and lowering down. If you don't want to add in that arm, if you want to give it a quick little rest, you can just put it on your hip and let it rest for a little bit. Or if you're looking for that added little way to just keep your arm active, or we can bring our arm above our head and below. All right, we have 8 more, and then we're going to pulse. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go halfway down and all the way up for tiny pulses for 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. We're not quite done yet. We have 2 more sections of this calf burner. We're now going to put our feet into parallel position. So that means they are shoulder distance apart, toes facing forward, one hand on the bar. You can once again either have it out to the side and up, or on your hip, whatever you're feeling. We're just gonna do the same thing again. So coming up into releve and lower. Maybe your calves are feeling it a bit more. Mine certainly are burning a bit. Making sure that upper body is staying nice and lifted. My ballet teachers would always say, picture there's a string on top of your head. It's pulling you up. It's a great way to visualize how to keep your upper body lifted. We have 4 more, and we're gonna add on 3, 2, 1. We're doing those pulses 16 halfway up, all the way down for 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, lower those feet. We have one more section of this calf burner just to really burn them out. We're now going to be doing an inverted first position. So instead of having your toes turned out, you're gonna turn them slightly in. Toes are not touching. This is a very soft turn in. Slight triangle shape here. One hand on the bar once again. You have your option, hand on hip, hand out to the side. We're just going to lift and lower. And you may realize right away, like I do, that this turned in position feels slightly different. It's targeting the outside of our thighs, which is a little bit different. It just feels a little bit more targeted, especially after those other 2 sets of calf burners. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're gonna go halfway down and all the way up for 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower those heels. Let's stretch them out really quickly. Step that right leg back and put that foot down on the ground to feel that nice deep stretch in that calf. I am feeling that burn. So we want to make sure we stretch out our muscles. So step that left leg back now. Good. Alrighty. We're going to be placing one hand on the bar again and be doing some curtsy lunges. You're going to have your hips square towards the front, one hand on the bar, making sure you have room behind you and to the side of you. We're going to cross our right leg behind us, toes, feet, or knees slightly turned out, hips still square. You're going to curtsy lunge down, so shooting the hips out to the side and straighten. I'm going to scoot forward a bit. We're just going to start by getting acquainted with these curtsy lunges. So the reason we call it a curtsy lunge is because it's like we're doing a curtsy. If you want, you can add those arms or one hand on the bar, one hand on your hip. Whew. We're going to add on in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next time you come up, you'll have 2 options. You can either bring your foot out to the side and point it like so, and come down and ton. So you're doing it out and then coming in. Or you can lift that knee and bring elbow to knee. So you're gonna crunch in and out. So we're gonna target that core a bit and get our legs fired. So whatever option you want, we're going for 20. We've already done 2. That's 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. We're pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job straightening those legs. That's a tough little set. Regain your breath for a second. We're going to repeat that on the other side. We're first going to do something in between to really burn out those legs. And this is where, if you would like, you can grab that throw pillow, blanket, and place it in between your legs. So your upper thighs, we're going to place it there, making sure you have a nice firm grip on it. If you're in class, we could use one of our purple bender balls, but you're improvising today. So With both hands on the bar, you're gonna have your toes facing towards our bar / chair, hips square. We're gonna come up into releve. And we're just gonna shoot our knees forward, tilting slightly forward for a nice little squat and releve. Holding this ball, throw pillow, or towel just helps engage our inner thighs a bit, and we'll play with it a bit more in a second. But first, just getting comfortable here. If you like, you can always just bring those heels onto the ground and do a regular squat. But if you're looking for that added option, lift those heels off the ground for releve. We have 4 more. 3, 2, 1. This time when you come down, we're gonna go all the way down, halfway up. Maybe our legs are starting to shake now. We're in that middle range. Our muscles are not used to staying here for a while. So if they are shaking, that's completely normal. Mine are shaking. Just means they're working, they're engaged, and we're putting them in a place they're not used to being. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to stay down now and crunch, do tiny little butterfly crunches in. So we're gonna squeeze those thighs together. If you have that towel or throw pillow, this is engaging those inner thighs. Nice burn out of them. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to come up and do a full range for 8. Up, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lower those heels. Take a moment, regain your breath. That's a tough set. I am sweating. Hope you guys are too. I'm gonna shift my bar just so I can still face you guys, but we are going to repeat that on the other side. We're not gonna repeat our calf burner, but we will repeat our curtsy lunge and our releve squats. So starting with our right hand on the bar, so whatever arm you didn't have before, we're gonna have that slight turn on those legs, hips still square, and we're gonna cross our left leg behind our right leg, so back leg in front of your inside leg, and you're going to curtsy lunge up. You can keep that hand on that hip or bring it above and lower. Good. Whatever you like, whatever feels right for today's workout. Maybe you want to give it a quick rest before we add in that crunch to get our obliques and core engaged. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. This time choose your option, either a tendu or a lift crunch. We have 20. That's 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're staying down and pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Straighten those legs. Take a moment, regain your breath. We're going to finish up this bar section by once again grabbing that throw pillow, really burning out those legs, inner thighs to finish up this standing bar section. And then we're almost done. We'll have one more leg move on the mat, and then our core, and then our lovely cool down. So with both hands on the bar, toes facing towards your bar, you're going to come up into releve if you want to choose that option, or you can have your feet on the ground. Whatever option feels right. And we're just going to be doing that full range squat again. So bringing those knees forward, making sure you have this proud chest. That means you're not leaning forward. If there was writing on your shirt, someone could read the writing. We're doing full range for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time we're going down and halfway up. All the way down, halfway up. Maybe our legs are starting to shake again, that fatigue setting in. This is where we're really tested. I encourage you to push through the shaking, embrace the discomfort. We're almost done. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying down, we're squeezing in. Tiny little crunches. We're doing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're doing that full range for 8. Up, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, everyone. Drop that throw pillow. You can throw it away if you want. You don't need it anymore. You can set your bar to the side too. We also don't need that anymore. We just need our mat, our water. You want to grab a quick sip? I encourage you to do so. We're going to finish out by targeting our glutes a bit more, then our core, and then our cool down. So we're going to come on down into a tabletop position on your mat or carpet. For tabletop, you once again want to draw a straight line from your shoulders to your wrists, fingers nice and spread out, hips directly above the knees, making sure you have space behind you because we're going to be targeting our glutes with a little rainbow movement. So point that right leg out behind you, making sure those hips stay square. We're just going to lift and lower. So when I say hips are square, they're not opening up to the side. They're really facing the mat or carpet. Like an arabesque that we do at the bar, we're just getting to stay on our mat now. We have 4, we're going to add on 3, 2, 1. This time we're going to lift it up, cross our right leg behind our left to tap that toe on the ground, lift, and then tap on the outside. We're going to be drawing some rainbows. Tapping out and on the inside. Unfortunately, I don't think the rain/sleet that's happening right now will bring an actual rainbow, but we can draw our own in bar. Once again, I always get so cheesy sometimes, but I apologize for the cheesiness. I hope it distracts you from the work. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. This time you're going to lift up and draw tiny circles with that leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite direction for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower that knee down. Maybe shoot your hips back into child's pose for a second. Feeling that nice start to that body. Good. Once you're ready, meet me back into tabletop. We're just going to repeating that on the other side. I'm going to switch directions just so I have some room, but you don't have to. Once again, you're drawing a straight line from those shoulders to that wrist. Fingers nice and spread out, knees directly below the hips. We're going to shoot our opposite leg out. So for me, that's my left leg. Hips still square. We're just going to lift and lower. So this is targeting upper hamstring, lower glute, to really burn out our legs. We've already been burning them out plenty, but we'll finish it off strong. Whew. Hope you guys are enjoying the playlist. The rhyme, pop versus rock, got stuck in my head, and I just felt like I had to do the theme. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. We're now going to draw those rainbows, so lift that leg, cross it behind that front leg, lift and tap to the outside, making sure our hips are still staying square. Whew. Good. Lift and lower. Feeling that burn, leaning into it, embracing the discomfort. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. We're staying lifted and drawing tiny circles with that toe for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching directions for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower that leg down. Shoot those hips back into child's pose. That finishes our leg workout. We just have our core workout, and then we will be into our stretching. So great work, everyone. We're so close to being done. You all are doing great. I can feel your energy through the Zoom and see some of you, and you all look amazing. All right, we're gonna start by targeting that trunk, our back, and our glutes a little bit by coming down onto our mat/carpet. Once again, picturing that those feet are glued to the ground. We're not gonna be lifting them. We're gonna bring our hands to our temples, gaze fixed onto the mat. You can watch me demonstrate and then keep that gaze fixed down. You're just gonna lift that upper trunk as high as you can and lowering down. So we're using that back, those glutes a bit to lift ourselves up. As always, it's important to make sure you have a nice, well-rounded core workout. We're not just targeting our abdominals, but also the back of our core. Good. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're now going to stay lifted. Bring your arms out to the side and bring them back to your temples for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. You can lower your trunk down, come up, press those hips back. We're going to finish up by targeting our abdominals and then doing a little plank challenge. So, plank challenge. Bringing those feet in front of you. We're going to start by doing some Pilates sit-ups. So bringing those arms out, we're going to slowly lower ourselves down. Very slowly, feeling our core intensify as we lower down, but not letting ourselves use momentum. Lowering down, letting the back of the core, your back come down, then your shoulders, and then your hands. And we're like a conveyor belt. We're going to come up our head, shoulders, core, slowly, slowly, slowly lift up, straighten those legs, maybe tap those toes, and then we're going to come down, keeping our legs straight this time. So I'd like you to picture your conveyor belt, and each part of the body is slowly lifting yourself up as you come and tap and down. This will ensure you're not using momentum. You're really engaging that core. We have 6 more. This is 5. You all look great. We're so close to being done. You started off your weekend amazing. Great way to energize yourself, especially on a dreary day like today. This is 4. Up. 3. 2. Last one, we're going to stay down this time. And 1. Good job. Repositioning yourself, you're going to bring your feet up into tabletop, in reverse tabletop. So your knees are above your hips, toes are pointed. You can bring your arms out to the side, by the side of your body, whatever you'd like. We're going to be targeting our lower abs now. So keeping your hands down, ensuring that the bottom of your back is staying nice and pressed up against the mat or carpet. With that in mind, we're just going to lower both our knees down, tap our toes onto the ground, and lift them. Other option, you can just tap one toe at a time. If not, if you want the added option, really feeling that in those lower abs, making sure we're not lifting that back off the ground. Whew, we have 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, good. Last one. Good work. Flip onto your belly. We're going to finish up this core workout with a fun little plank challenge. Coming onto your hands and knees, you can shoot those legs out into a nice plank position. If you want to take some weight off those wrists, you can keep your knees onto the ground. Either way, we're going to come up and do a nice little passe. So bring your right toe to left knee, turn out, and come in, and then bring left toe to right knee. So we're first going to start off slow, getting comfortable with this, doing some ballet. I like to call this ballet mountain climbers. And if you want, we're going to finish off today's workout by doing a double time tap for 20 seconds. And if you want even more work, instead of bringing that toe to the knee, you can bring your knee to elbow. But either way, we're doing 20. Choosing your option to finish off today's workout right, we're going 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And slowly lower yourself onto the mat. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Keep your gaze fixed and just stretch out for a minute. If you want, the last track of our playlist is Love on Top by Beyonce. If you want some softer cool down music, or you can just keep on listening or get reacquainted with your breath. Inhale in and exhale. Plant those hands by your shoulders to lift your upper body to a nice core stretch before shooting those hips back into a nice child's pose. You can turn those knees out for a nice deeper stretch. While here, walk those hands to the right, letting the upper body stretch. Before walking them to the middle, and then walking them to the left side. As always, throughout all of these workouts, these classes, often these cool downs are abbreviated, walking your hands to the center. I encourage you, if you feel like you need to do some more stretching after today's class. Coming back onto your hands and knees, we're going to bring our right leg forward into a nice low lunge, keeping that knee on the ground, just leaning into that nice stretch of that hamstring and glute. Good. We're now going to do a quick little hip opener stretch. So cross that left knee to the back. So your toe is pointed on the ground. Take that right hand to your right knee to open up those hips. I'll come to the other side so you can see. So we're opening up our hips, leaning forward into that nice deep stretch, opening up our groin and our hips. Good. Turning your knee back in, shooting that right leg out, and then bringing that left leg forward for a nice deep stretch, leaning into that stretch. Did a lot of work on our legs today, so giving them all the time they need. Good. Before crossing that right leg to the back, knee, toe to the ground, take your left hand, place it on your left knee, and open up that groin. You guys look great. Doing that nice deep stretch, thinking of the intentions you set, met, and exceeded during today's class, and thanking your body properly with some nice stretching. Shooting that left leg out. Slowly walk those hands back. Stay in the downward dog for a section. A minute, I can't speak. Letting those calves pedal before walking those fingers back one more time. So we're now at the end of our mat. Let your arms droop for a second. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Before slowly rolling up. Letting each vertebra of your spine stack on top of each vertebra. And then your shoulders, and then your head. We're going to finish up by stretching our neck, grabbing that left hand and doing a slight tug on that neck, and then switching to the other side. And finish, as always, we're going to do our 3 deep, intentional stretches with breath, taking time to thank yourself for coming to today's class and thanking your body. So raise our hands above our head, stretching our body forward, Breathe in and lean to the right. Maybe thinking of all the goals you met and exceeded today by coming to today's class. Come to the left. Thinking of all of the stuff that you're going to do this week after setting off, after taking 45 minutes to devote time to yourself and your mind and your body, and coming to the center, thinking of your own goals, whatever you want to be thankful for this morning, with a nice big stretch of the body, and exhale, bringing those hands together to the heart center. Thank you. That finishes up today's class. I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you.